Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Another happy landing.
What's up, everybody? I'm Bill Lovin, and this is DellaSnooch. Welcome to the Escape Pod. Year in review.
Here we go.
It's so delicious when it touches your lips.
Oh, it's all over your mouth.
It's just in the beard. It's just crawling down so good.
If you get it on your face, though, that's abuse.
Yeah, it's a little bit. If you can lick it off, you're fine.
Right?
Yeah. So, you want to get us going, brother?
I do want to get us going, brother.
Yes.
As soon as I can find where I clicked on this. There we go.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I did it.
Yay!
Hey. So here we are, 2020's year in review. Can you believe that we've been doing this show for a whole year?
It's fucking awesome, dude. Is it not awesome?
It's fucking crazy.
I fucking love it.
I wasn't sure, when we started this, if we were just gonna get halfway into it and be like, you know what, fuck this, we don't want to do it, or what. But it seems that we want to do this every single fucking week.
Dude, I look forward to it so much. I look forward to all our friends in the chat. I look forward to hanging out with you again, even though we hang out at work. It's a different setting, a different environment. We got a little drinks between us, so that's nice. A little lube up the conversation. So it's a good fucking time, my friend.
Right. I think there was only like 1 week where you were like, dude, I need a break. And we just didn't do it.
It was towards Thanksgiving.
Yep. There was just so much going on. You were like, I'm full.
I was frazzled. But, I don't get frazzled much. I was frazzled.
Oh, geez. We got Lori in the chat.
Hell yeah.
Big
What's
Swede. Old Man Johnson. Kelly.
Yeah, you're right here, Big Swede. Cup to big cup.
Dragon Buddy. We have Scott and Kim in the chat. Isaac's here.
Hell yeah. What up, everybody?
Yep. Josh Gutierrez is chilling. From a Gen X point of views in the chat, so I gotta assume that's Jason.
I think it's Dave.
Calling for shots.
It's Dave because Jason's here.
Oh, okay.
Hello! We got them both.
Darius is in the chat. Just Jen.
What up, Darius? Hell yeah, dude, we got everybody up in the chat today.
Scott's in here too, so it's gonna be a fun old-fashioned family New Year's.
It's Dave, bitch.
Biatch.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight with your pre-New Year's Eve celebrations.
That's right. For those that aren't here live, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and all your favorite podcasting apps like iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spotify, Audible, and Google Play. Check us and our sister pods out on podbelly.com if you get a chance.
If you're listening to this podcast, please consider joining us live Wednesday nights on YouTube at youtube.com/c/ATSW, the Escape Pod, all one word.
And please join us at patreon.com and search ATSW, the Escape Pod in the search creator bar to support our show and get in on the exclusive Escape Crate.
Which is banging. We throw all kinds of goodies in that motherfucker. And
Jess is here.
They bring it with the extras.
Kathy Martin's here. What's up?
Oh, shit. She just wanted to call us a bunch of bitches. I can understand a woman wanting to call us that.
Right? Feels good. Feels right.
Feels right.
Yep.
Feels right on par for the year.
Yep. 2020, we're all a bunch of bitches.
Yeah. All right. Hey, man, you want to get into some shout-outs?
You know what? Shout them out.
Let's get with the shout-outs. First and foremost, always got to give that shout-out to the mothership. That is, from a Gen X point of view, all things Star Wars podcast. They are Dave and Jason. They are coming from New Philadelphia, Jersey, New Jersey, and yeah, you fucked it up.
Jersey-delphia, bitch.
New Jersey-delphia. They're doing their thing. That's our homies. That's the ones who got us. They're the ones who birthed this giant special beast that you call the Escape Pod. So next, let's give our shout out to Use and Abuse with Kim and Scott doing their thing. They're back in full force, pulling shows every week, almost every other week, doing their thing. I fucking love it. I love Kim when she gets in there. She starts laughing and giggling and shit. It's so lovely, man. Scott gets just like, and then it's all back to the smooth and it's good. And I love it. It's the best. Use and Abuse, Kim and Scott. Check them out. There where you can find out.
You just said, but it really touched my heart, man.
That's all it's about, man. I'm just here to touch hearts, baby. I'm just here to touch hearts.
Nice.
Next, let's check out our man Keith for Layman's Terms on Facebook. He's got his own page. He's doing his own thing. He's bringing you that mana because we all need a bunch of fucking life in this miserable 2020 that we've had, and he is the man to bring it to you. So check out our man Keith at Layman's Terms. Next, let's check out Big Swede's Excellent Adventure and Tactical Swede on YouTube, or something Swede, or Dan Big Swede is pretty and glorious, and we love that. That's just it's a whole new one. It's like you're wearing like a glister. You're lubed up, but you don't feel gross. You feel strong, kind of a lube. It's weird. It's a weird pre-Swede.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know if we got Facebook, but yes, let's do it. Let's get into it.
2020 Dark Swede is what we got all over us.
2020 Dark Swede.
Yeah, it's all dark. It's all dark, and you just want to get it off you, but you can't.
I don't want. It's so sticky. Why doesn't it come off?
I don't know, but 2020 has been dark, and it's a lot of Swede.
It might be too much. It might be too much.
Patreon shout outs: Scott and Kim Rasmussen, Jen and Jess Bolt, Big Swede, Lunar Girl, Dragon Buddy, Richie the King Armbruster, Ron Old Man Johnson, Eric Dub Williams, Philly Dave Martin, and as always, Nostalgia Inc. sponsoring the Escape Crate.
We greatly appreciate all your viewership. We know we've had a couple of you for the entire year, or at least since we started putting out Patreon. Those who jumped in towards the end, whenever you've jumped in, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of Don's heart. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps us. I mean, we're still doing it, but without you guys, it makes it that much sweeter. So thank you.
Absolutely. As soon as we can get back in the studio together, everything will be back to right.
Oh, yeah. Well, once we can get through this 2020. Yeah, I get through 2020, and then it's probably going to be 2020, 2021-ish. But shh. Focus on 2020 right now.
Are you ready to get into the movie news?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
It's movie time. Movie time. It's movie time. Movie time.
Yeah.
It's fucking movie time, baby.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You want to go with the first?
Jaeger's going to be the death of this show. I'm going to tell you that right now. You listen to that stir. Listen to that stir. Oh, that's just good.
I like it. Cobra Kai will be released early on January 1st. Tenet is also to be released on HBO, and the general consensus is it's well made, but nobody seems to understand what the fuck's going on in it.
That seems to be the way it's been from the very get-go.
Yeah.
With that one.
Yeah, people were super excited about it, and it's very heady. It's made by the same guy that makes Inception, but it seems that he took that level of headiness and went all out with it.
And he smoked a fatty with his headiness. That's probably what happened. He smoked too much weed when he was writing the movie.
It might be. I'm not here to judge.
I am. Stop smoking so much weed, dude. You wouldn't have this kind of fucking problem. Man. All right. Wonder Woman 1984 was released in theaters and also on HBO Max. Reviews are not great, man. I haven't had the time to sit down. I'm assuming you have.
Well, since I wrote this, I did watch the movie.
Yes.
I really liked it.
Good.
I will say it is got about 30 minutes worth of shit that doesn't fucking need to be there.
Yeah.
I think
doesn't
that
make sense to the plot, or was just
It's just unnecessary. There's a lot of slow exposition stuff.
Oh shit! Hey, real quick though, did you know the Dark Dasher was in the building? Kendrick motherfucking Lane, K. Lane,
Shit, what up?
Killer Kilroy is up in this piece.
That's
That's what I'm
fantastic.
talking about. Thanks for joining us, brother. Hell
Our
yeah,
brother Kendrick.
Dark Dasher. That's the man right there. That's my brother right there.
But all in all, I would say, since you can watch this movie at home, if you have HBO Now, you should watch it. If you don't have HBO Now, I suggest you get HBO Now. Not for watching Wonder Woman, but the hot take on HBO Now is it's worth the $15. I can honestly say, Netflix is on the teetering point of whether or not I think it's worth $15 an hour. Sometimes it really is, sometimes not so much.
Right.
Disney Plus, for me, as long as there's Star Wars, there's a reason, but I can understand why not everybody feels the need to have Disney Plus.
Agreed.
But HBO Now is just full of so much good fucking television. And it's
sorry to interrupt you. I've slowly been stabbing away at Titans, and I'm enjoying that.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm like 9 episodes into Titans, and I'm like, yes.
Yes, dude. It's dark, man. It's gritty. It feels like it's like all your CW shit that they've ever done, but like a lot darker and grittier and a little bit more R-rated.
Yes.
I'm a fan.
I've been very impressed with that. You reading what the fuck is happening in the chat?
Yes. It might be the last hotel he stayed at. We don't know. It is Jason.
You had to be in the chat for that one, kids. Letterkenny season 9 was released on Hulu Christmas Day.
How much of that have you gotten into?
Funny story about that. I sat down to start watching Letterkenny season 9, and my wife leans over and says, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I didn't see season 8. And I'm like, bullshit. We watched season 8 together. Oh, no, you're crazy. I haven't seen season 8. So then we watch episode 1. She's like, well, this seems fucking familiar. And then by like episode 4 of season 8, she's like, yeah, maybe I saw this, but I don't remember blah, blah, blah happening. We get like episode 5, and she's like, oh, yeah, I seen this shit. And I'm like, oh, damn you.
What a waste.
We've watched 2 hours of television that you've already seen, and now I have to go to bed because I got to work tomorrow.
That's fan-fucking-tastic. I fucking love it.
That's what being married is all about.
Yeah, this should have been up above the last one we just did with Letterkenny, but Wonder Woman 1984 opens with the best pandemic box office of $16.7 million.
Yeah, can you believe that? That's a big opening. Now, I did see that they've done about 84 million worldwide.
Right.
It's been just over a week or so.
Yeah. Hey, I gotta let my cat in this room. The cat is pissed, really getting pissed at the door.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Brady's cat is pissed at the door.
Look, he was standing there looking at the door with a fucking attitude.
Really?
Unnecessary.
Is that Kylo?
Yeah, he's a dick.
Yeah, that makes sense. Kylo would stare at the door and just be angry at it until it opened.
He was like, my force powers aren't working. Come, human, open the fucking door.
So this is a new one come out today. Robert Rodriguez says Alita Battle Angel 2 could possibly be happening at Disney Plus.
Oh, please let that happen.
Right.
Oh, yes. Oh, Kathleen is watching Lost for the first time?
Yeah, that's what she said.
That's fantastic. I loved Lost. Lost was the first TV show I ever really fucking just sunk my teeth into. It was so good.
I've never seen it.
What?
And I probably won't. This is the thing. I was busy and then I heard what happened at the end, and then now I don't have to see it.
You don't need Shut up. I'm not going to ruin it for Kathleen because she needs to watch.
I wouldn't either. But once you know what happens at the end,
Cats are assholes, Dave. You're right.
It ruins most of the little plot points that move the story along.
Matthew Fox. Kathleen says the doctor guy is hot. I think that's Matthew Fox. He was from Party 5, I believe, if I'm correct. I don't know. I'm just trying to sound really intelligent right now.
Well done.
Yes. Fuck yeah.
Dave says Jason was obsessed with Lost.
Oh, dude. I was too, man. That shit, I was all in the crypts and like trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, decoding shit. I didn't know what the fuck's going on. It was amazing.
Nice. Are you ready for video game news?
Am I ready for video game news?
Power up.
I'm bad. Get over here.
Fuck yeah, that's so awesome. We have lead-ins so much. It's so great.
I know. Thanks a lot to Jess Bolt for making that cool intro audio. There's not a lot going on there's not a lot going on in video game news. You want to read the first one?
KFC supposedly is releasing a gaming console. What the fuck is that about?
I don't know. It's
what
everybody
business do they have? Like, we make chicken, we're gonna make fucking video games.
at the beginning, everybody was like, "Oh, this is just fucking joke." But then apparently KFC has come out and been like, "No, really, we're making a fucking console, and here are going to be the specs." From what they're saying, it's going to have an Intel processor with an Intel-based graphics card. I have no idea what the fuck this is all about. I don't know if it's going to play cross-platform games, if it's going to run Stadia games, if it's even fucking real. And there's
what I wonder? I wonder if a spork is a controller.
Might be. But according to them, there's a chicken warmer built into it, which what the fuck?
It's necessary, though. It's necessary. You need to keep your chicken hot while you're playing video games.
Maybe their shit-ass console just runs hot enough you can warm chicken with it.
Yeah, because seriously, dude, what the fuck business does KFC have making a fucking video game console?
Personally, to me, the model that I saw looks like a fucking air fryer, and I still say it's a joke. I'm dead serious. It looks like a fucking air fryer.
I just can't believe it. I can't believe it's something that's real.
But they're maintaining that it's real.
It's fucking weird.
Jason Roskin wants to know how they can get Jess to make them something.
Get him to get in touch with you.
Yeah, I imagine you just ask because he's a fucking real artistic dude.
Fuck yeah, he is.
He's the one that does all the cool editing on our Escape Crate videos, which if you haven't seen them, look them up on YouTube. They're fun.
He's the guy in the chair.
He is the guy in the chair.
He does it all.
Gerard,
true. We pay him in nuggies.
Nuggies. We pay him in nuggies. Gerard Butler has been chosen to play Kratos in Sony's God of War movie due to film in 2021.
I can see that.
That on your radar at all?
That dude's
What's
a beast. That dude's a beast. He can. I can see him pulling off, shave his fucking head, paint him up. He's gonna do the shit.
Yeah,
he's gonna do.
He's really good at that that stoic kind of character, which Kratos would definitely be. And
somebody else joined the chat that hadn't been there earlier. Scorpion King joined us.
Yeah, Wes is in the chat. What's going on, Wes?
Good to have you, brother.
And I'll read this next part because I'm sure you don't want to fucking do it.
It looks like a lot.
Just a brief update on the most anticipated games of 2021, since we're rolling into 2021. We're going to get a new Hitman 3 game. If you're a fan of the Hitman series. Deathloop is coming out for PlayStation 5 and PC, which have you seen any of the stuff on that?
Negative.
That looks fucking sweet. It takes that model of that live, die, repeat kind of thing that you get from shooters or whatever. But this guy is literally like an assassin, and he's going through people trying to kill him and take him out of the game. And, you know, as he learns his, you know, environment, you know, he runs into this guy or this guy, and then you start anticipating what that guy's going to do, that whole kind of thing. And every time you got to do it again.
Yep. Too far for me. Too much for me. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's where I stand.
Halo Infinite.
Just as he is yet to receive a single nuggie, you need to talk to your people because I don't know what to tell you about that.
We're saving up nuggies post-corona. We're going to show up with like a 40 piece.
Sweet. You're a genius.
I know. I'm just saving up. I got a little jar over here. I'm putting in nuggie money.
Some nuggie money. I fucking love it. Sir, you've ordered too many nuggies. We're going to have to ask you to stop ordering the nuggies.
I'm going to need 10 4-piece nuggies. Stat.
Sir, did you just request 40 nuggies? Yes, that's for one person.
That'll be $53.95. Please pull around to the first window. Halo Infinite coming out. Are you a Halo guy?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm an Xbox guy, but I'm not a Halo guy.
Far Cry 6. If you're into the Far Cry series, the last one was phenomenal. Mikey really fucking dug it.
Yeah.
But, you know, Mikey likes it. So it was in the commercial.
That's all that matters.
We're going to get a God of War sequel. They still haven't put a title on it. There's going to be a Hellblade 2 game if you're into Hellblade. I never played the first one.
Nope.
We're going to get a new Resident Evil game called The Village. And I tell you, I haven't played Resident Evil in about, I don't know, maybe 5 or so versions. I hope that they're going back to the RPG style game like 1 and 2.
Right.
Horizon Forbidden West. The first Horizon game was amazing, but you wouldn't know because you don't PlayStation.
I don't PlayStation. I used to PlayStation. I don't have anything against PlayStation, unlike some fucks on this goddamn podcast.
Yeah, right. I don't have one.
You son of a bitch.
Horizon. No, I already said that. Mass Effect Legendary Edition. It's going to be a remaster of Mass Effect 1 through 3.
Sweet.
Now, I played the last Mass Effect game for just long enough to go, oh, I don't like this. But I guess the last Mass Effect game was nothing like the previous two.
Hold on. Kathleen Martin is not sure what a nuggie is. To be clear, that is a chicken nuggie from McDonald's.
Unless you smoke
Burger
pot.
King nuggets don't count.
Unless you smoke pot, then a nuggie is a small bud of the marijuanas.
And it tends to be good. That's all I gotta say.
Nuggie.
Yeah.
Or just
deliciousness.
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck you just said, Ken Kniff. Your internet glitched out and it was funny.
It's better that way.
Psychonauts 2, Super Mario Brothers 3D World, Bowser's Fury. If you're a Switch person, which I am. Nice. And then a new game coming out called Cyber Shadow that is based off a game like Ninja Gaiden.
Hell yeah.
Hunter's in the chat. Hello, Hunter.
That's my brother.
Is it?
I believe.
Hello, Brady's brother.
If it is, that's fucking awesome. If not, it's just some weird dude named Hunter who's impersonating my brother. That's fucked.
Right? Yep. Once ordered 200 nuggies from McDonald's with his buddy. That's a lot of nuggies.
Holy shit. Did you eat them all?
I don't know if I could do 100 nuggies.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking nuggies. I could do it with the buffalo sauce though.
Yeah.
I could crush some McDonald's buffalo sauce and some chicken nuggies. Dude, this is just straight Jaeger and a little bit of Red Bull, man. That's all I'm drinking. You can't tell by the way I'm interacting with the chat and you. It's hurtful. It's fucking hurtful.
He's not hurt. So, as promised on the last episode, I got a couple of new pops.
Yes, you did.
I got this Soundwave pop.
Sweet.
There we go. Goes with my other Transformers pops I got. And this Megatron pop. It's hard to make the glare not come on.
That one has no glare. That was a perfect execution.
Yes.
All right. I got a favor to ask you.
What's that?
Can you handle the hot sheets while I mix another Jaeger?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. You handle the hot sheets. I'll be back.
Okay. You pussy. So the hot sheets are as follows. Oh, maybe they're not. Maybe they are. PlayStation 5 reportedly shipped 3.4 million units in the first 4 weeks, and I still do not fucking have one. And I'm bitter. Rumors of a lawsuit against the makers of Cyberpunk 2077's CD Projekt Red for selling a known broken game. The lawsuit states misrepresentation to receive financial benefits. So essentially, they're alleging that in order to fucking make a bunch of money, CD Projekt Red sent out a broken product, which is kind of a no-no. We have a consumer protection agency that doesn't like that. And you know, they very well may bite the big one on that. They might end up having to fucking pay everybody back for the copies they bought. Fucking Scott says, ate 100 nuggets after a football game. It was a eating competition between all of the offensive linemen at his high school. That's fucking crazy. 100 nuggets is a lot of nuggets.
That's a fuck ton of nuggets.
Now, when I was in high school, me and the guys, we'd go out to Taco Bell. I don't know if you're young enough or old enough to remember, Brady, but Taco Bell used to sell tacos in a 10-pack.
Yeah.
You remember those? They came in the little tote.
Yep.
So we'd all go in to Taco Bell and we'd all buy a 10-pack of fucking soft tacos, right? And whoever finished their 10-pack first had to, everybody else had to chip in and buy them another 10-pack of tacos.
What?
So it was a fucking double-edged sword. You were gonna be the one that got 10 free tacos, but you were also gonna be the one that was probably gonna puke in the parking lot.
I don't want to be part of this game. This sounds like a shitty game. Nobody wins.
We used to do it all the time, dude. I was fucking pretty good at it. I got me a few extra or free 10-packs.
That's fucking sweet.
I used to be able to eat so much food.
Oh, I used to, dude. My mom and dad used to joke that I had a hole in my leg.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Although Wonder Woman 84 was a much needed shot in the wallet for AMC, they are still in dire straits, according to Deadline. So people went to the movie theater, but not as much as they should have.
No.
Well, not should have. Let me rephrase that. Not as much as AMC needed them to.
Right.
Oh, geez. Wes says he ate 100 Hooters wings so his meal could be free when he was in college. That seems like a very college-y thing to do.
Hell yeah, I'd make it happen too.
Definitely. It's like in The Great Outdoors when John Candy sits down and he eats that giant fucking steak.
The 76er.
76er, yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
and it's all good until they say you got to eat the gristle too, and he's like,
oh, that's where I would have just owned it right then and there. I'd have been like, yeah.
dude, this entire time I watched this movie. I mean, when did that movie come out? Like 1986, 88,
Something
maybe?
like that. Right, something like that.
I can't tell you how many times I've fucking seen that movie, and that scene makes me queasy every fucking time.
No.
Yes. I cannot do fucking gristle.
Oh, it makes me want to eat more. It makes me hungry. That seems like the 96er. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Fucking
96er.
Our own show. Who the fuck does this guy think he is? Fucking dragon buddy. Okay, buddy.
Yeah, right, for sure. Our last bit of movie rumors, well, just rumor mill, I guess. The Batman star Robert Pattinson is being pushed to the brink by control freak Matt Reeves.
Go shut up and do the fucking job.
Say that again, Glitchy.
I said, shut up and do your fucking job.
Well, okay. I'll try.
Enough, pretty boy. You need to fucking get in the Batman way of things and do your fucking job.
Yeah, Batman never fucking quits.
Right. Stop being a little bitch and fucking make this fucking movie.
Right. I'm not sure exactly what the fuck is going on, but he is definitely whining.
Swede's Big Beef Mecky Melts. Hell yeah. That's
His
a new channel.
New Swede channel. Big
We're
Swede.
talking everything Mex melts.
Yep. Pre-Swedes Mexi melts.
I fucking love it.
Yes. You know what time it is?
Fuck yeah, I know what time it is.
Time for mandatory Mandalorian.
Fuck yeah, it is.
It's now time for mandatory Mandalorian.
Now, because we've already covered the entire Mandalorian season, we decided we were going to cover the galleries Mandalorian show.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a little confused. I thought we were going to get 8 episodes of galleries.
No, from my
But
understanding, we are not.
It looks like we just got this one episode.
That doesn't cover the last fucking episode to its entirety.
No, isn't that fucking wild?
That pissed me off, dude. I kept waiting for him to talk about that shit, and they didn't. I was so mad.
Yeah, it's like they stopped in the middle of the last episode.
Yeah, they were like, and cut. All right, we got it, folks. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. So here we go. Mandatory Mandalorian. The making of season 2, directed by Brad Barua.
Get the next one, and I'll be impressed.
He gets extra credit for having a difficult name.
Yes, he
And
does.
Brandon Bestenhader. Why is that easier to say? Bestenhader is easier than the Baru.
Crazy times we're living in. That's all I can say. We're just living in crazy times, man.
Yeah, these are crazy times.
All right, man. Let's get into episode 9. In the first 10 minutes or so, we hear Jon Favreau talk about what it was like to step out of the producer role and into the director's chair. They bring up making the volume larger and adding an on-site creature shop. Thought that was pretty cool. They had an on-call creature shop to be like, hey, we got an idea, build this. And they're like, okay.
Yeah, I thought that was real interesting that they were like, you know what? Let's not do this off-site. This show's good enough. We're going to fucking build you a creature shop right here.
My baby Yoda is wearing a wig.
Right. And you know, having an on-site creature shop, that helps a ton as far as like they can work something up and then they can have the directors come over, make sure they're happy, you know,
Right.
instead of them being somewhere else doing something, bringing it to set and then going, no, we're not happy with this.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really fucking cool. And it shows a strong investment as far as Disney goes with this show and future shows.
Yeah.
Especially like go ahead.
I was gonna say all the creatures. I'm sure a lot of the creatures they're going to be able to play between different shows that they create. Just dress them up a little bit different.
Yeah, I think so. And like they were saying with Cassian Andor's show, they intend on putting a lot of practical, high quality stuff in.
Fuck yeah, I'm on board.
Episode 10. We check in on episode 10, how they created the ice spiders from Ralph McQuarrie's original design, and how they created the ice planet that didn't actually seem like Hoth.
That was pretty cool. Because that's what everybody thought right off the bat is it was Hoth.
Yep. And we also got a lot of information about how the frog lady worked, and kind of got introduced into the actress that works inside the suit.
Misty Rosas or something like that, I believe is her name.
Something similar to that anyway.
Yeah.
And she does some other stuff too, as far as she was in another character suit.
Yeah, she was Quill.
Yeah, she was Quill. Yep.
Yeah, we got a lot of hate for the ice spiders in the chat.
Yeah, seriously, guys, you need to get some raid and get the fuck over it. You're next, buddy.
I was just taking a drink and drinking a good drink.
I hear you.
Episode 11. Bryce Dallas Howard shares the challenges of working on the boat on Trask, how difficult it is to make these scenes seem real. And then about working with Katie Sackhoff, bringing Bo-Katan to life.
Yeah, this whole episode was super interesting too, because I had no idea how difficult it was for them to take something like that boat and do a practical effect on it and then put it in the environment that it looks like it's moving.
Right. And they were very much like, if you can't do this out in the ocean, then you can't do this here on the soundstage.
And, it made me think, like, Disney's been working on those Pirates of the Caribbean movies forever. You never see that. You never see the boat moving through the ocean while you see action on the boat.
Right.
Those are always two separate things. And when they're going to cut to action on the boat, you don't get to see the water.
Right.
If you do, it's like a horizon thing that doesn't really move much.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot happening.
Yep. So I thought that was very interesting the way they approached that. They were like, you know what? We really need to look at this from a realistic point of view. And it really lended to that when you were watching the episode. It felt like you were on that fucking boat.
And you know what I thought was cool? It's such a night and day difference between the episode that Bryce Dallas Howard directed this season versus last season. Last season, she directed the one where they were on the planet with the shrimp farmers in the ATSW.
Yeah, very different episodes for sure.
Yeah, but keep her if you're gonna have this show going, I want her to come back every year and direct an episode.
Dub's in the chat. What's going on?
What
bro?
up, Dub? Because I'm definitely a fan of Bryce Dallas Howard directing episodes of The Mandalorian.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to her being in charge of an actual show at some point.
No.
I think every time she's behind the camera, good things are happening.
Absolutely.
Episode 12, we head back to Navarro with director Carl Weathers and the crew, where they have rebuilt the original set on Navarro.
That was pretty cool.
Which, after having looked at it now a couple of times, you would not think that they took that apart, put it away,
and then rebuilt it.
Got it back out and rebuilt it.
Right. No, you would have no fucking clue.
You would think that was a thing they permanently built somewhere, and they had to go back.
If Dave doesn't fucking dab in the chat, so help me fucking God.
Yeah.
Well, ready to throw off Brady. That sounds like what he's gonna fucking do.
He's gonna do that. Elbow cough. Anyway, they talk quite a bit about growing Cara Dune's character, and Carl Weathers approaches or approach to staying true to the fans, what they expect.
Elbow cough my nuts, Dave. Oh, really? We're so funny with our jokes. I'm Mr. Jokey Guy. Call me Big Swede. I'm a dipshit.
That is about 15 dabs. He's been building them up all season.
Bullshit. That's bullshit. Fuck you, Dave.
This whiskey is so good.
So good.
I put my hands back.
Fuck
Tell us
off.
about episode 13, Dab Master Flex.
We check in with Dave Filoni and Rosario Dawson. This episode is done entirely in volume and in the style of Kurosawa film. They talk quite a bit about how they use high-powered lightsabers to create the lighting in the scene. Dave talks about how he worked with the cast to build that feeling of Grogu thinking of Mando like a father. We even get to see Grogu meet George Lucas.
Yeah, wasn't that a sweet little moment?
That was fucking awesome.
I thought it was very fitting that Filoni is the one that did this episode.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic. He killed it. He killed it, man. Like, you couldn't ask for more with the introduction of Ahsoka into the live action world.
Yep. And we've talked about this. Oh, you even got dabbed on by Lori.
Fuck off, man. Seriously, shut your fucking mouth. Why don't you just stick to the script and fucking read?
Oh, geez. Look at that. Bam.
Look at that. My name's Ghost Pepper, and I'm a fucking son of a bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brady's officially having a stroke. He's been dabbed into a stroke.
I fucking hate everybody.
Episode 14, we run into Robert Rodriguez, who gives us Boba Fett.
Fuck yeah, he does.
Rodriguez shares with us that he loves Boba Fett. He loved him from way back, even before Empire Strikes Back, when the toys and shit came out. He identified with that character. He's like, I like this fucking look. So naturally, that became one of his favorite characters. They talk about Boba Fett being in the Sarlacc pit and making his armor and even Boba, to some effect, look like he'd been exposed to the unfriendly environment of the Sarlacc's stomach.
Yeah.
And Rodriguez used action figures to map out the fight sequences, which I thought was amazing.
One of the things I liked is how they brought Tamara Morrison in playing Boba Fett, and how they used part of his heritage with the dancing. I can't remember what exactly it was called, and I don't want to be disrespectful in what that guy's culture is, but they brought some of his culture into Boba Fett's character with the strength of the movement and everything. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I think that was like a Polynesian thing, or
whatever his heritage happens to be. They brought that in and they used that. I thought that was really fucking cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And like Big Swede says, you know, there's that scene where Grogu's sitting on a rock jamming out while Rodriguez is playing the guitar.
Dude, and it really looks like Grogu's jamming the fuck out, just vibing to fucking Rodriguez playing that guitar.
Yeah, I thought that was really fucking cool.
Dub, I thought you were better than this. Yeah, if you're not in the live chat, if you're listening to this and you're like, what did Dub do? Well, you're not in the live chat. We're talking about things, stuff, play. Really? What are you doing over there?
Look at the wall.
Doing? You need to
from
stop.
The window
to the
wall.
Stop that shit, or Brady's gonna bust your balls. The Haka or the Mori. It was one. I don't remember exactly, Jen, but it was one of those things. Oh my god, damn, that's creepy as fuck.
You gotta read the next part.
I hate you. Episode 15. They talk about how they pulled off the rotating cockpit in Slave One. We see how they made the model for the Gideon's light cruiser. We also see how they took footage of the models and input them into the volume to create a more realistic world. It was just, show me how it's made. I love seeing how sausage is made.
Yeah, absolutely. I really dig all the practical live model shit that they do.
Oh my God, yes.
You know, Star Wars has really kind of been the gold standard as far as what those models can be, and the value of that expert level. Dragon Buddy says that the Morai do the haka, which is that whatever that I don't know if it's a dance or if it's
and I don't want to call it. Yeah, I'm with you, brother.
I don't know if it's like akin to like karate where they do kihunkatas.
Coming with big stuff, huh?
Which is essentially like a fighting dance. It's a choreographed set of moves.
Right.
So I just don't know. I'm assuming it's something similar to that. Kata, right? Episode 16, you know, as they were wrapping this up, they tell us about bringing in the Darksaber and into a live action fight. They spent a lot of time getting the look right. They wanted the blade to sizzle with electricity, and really kind of have that look. And I don't know if you noticed, but the way they made that blade, when you turn that blade on its side, it just glowed white. And then, you know, when they turned it back the other way, you got that black profile on the side.
That shit was pretty dope.
It was so amazing. They did such a good fucking job with that.
Hell yeah.
And like, I guess it was all like high grade aluminum hilt and stuff, so it could take a beating. Like, it's super fucking impressive. I was really happy with that.
Hell yeah.
We find out that the Dark Troopers were mostly live action practical effects with people in the suits.
That one blew my mind.
I know, right?
I did not expect that. I thought they were CGI the whole way.
Right, but like they were saying, you need a live action element to make all the lighting and stuff look real, unless you want to try and program that, and good fucking luck.
Right.
I just think that they do a phenomenal job of blending live action with CGI and really making it fucking special. They show us how they painstakingly recreated Jabba's palace, which was pretty fucking amazing. You got to figure they took and created a model based on what was in video footage from 40 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Because they said they couldn't really recreate it on the volume. They had to make the whole deal.
Yeah, they said something about the way the backlit textures and stuff where they wouldn't show up right in the volume.
Yeah, that was sweet.
Yeah, I thought that was amazing. But then they don't tell us anything about Luke. I
was so pissed off about that.
I thought we were going to get 10 minutes just about fucking bringing Luke Skywalker back.
I thought we were going to get a whole thing with fucking Mark Hamill sitting there. Oh, yeah, you know, they asked me, and I was like, well, if we can make it work, and blah, 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 and skip it, bang, bang. But no, we got nothing.
We got absolutely none of that shit.
That's some bullshit, too.
It was some bullshit.
And you know, this is the only episode we're supposed to get of this whole season.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really kind of took me off guard. I thought we were going to get 6 individual long form shows like we did last time, but they must have figured that there was just not enough.
Yeah, dude. You see Darius's comment? Yes, show up, wreck shit, leave. That's what the fuck I'm talking. That's what Luke did. He's like, bam, motherfucker.
Yep, I got it.
Roku, I'm out.
I'm taking the little green baby. I got to go.
I got shits to do.
Yep, absolutely.
Bang, bang.
Oh, dude, that would be amazing if like Mark Hamill went on Cameo or something and you could get him to say skibbity bee bang bang.
That would be fucking great.
Just want that in a video. I don't even care if it costs $100.
Hell yeah.
That sounds like something Darius would do. Darius has a huge, like ridiculous collection of artwork and individual stuff signed by fucking famous people. I'm sure he's got like a giant photo album of, and this is when I met this cat, and this is when I met this cat.
Yeah,
Like,
I've seen a lot of stuff he posts online. He's always been meeting people and seeing shit.
Right. And he seems like the kind of guy that would have a video of Mark Hamill going skibbity bee bang bang.
Yeah, but like if you want to see it, you got to pay him like $35 or some shit like that.
Right. Well, because Darius ain't no fucking sucker. That's why. Did you see all the pictures he posted on Facebook this last week of pictures of him being a young kid being hard as fucking nails?
Yeah. Oh my God. And like the family photo, they're all sitting there smiling. He's like, "Fuck Christmas."
It's my boy. Oh, this shit's awesome. I loved every one of those pictures. I'm like, this motherfucker always had that look on his face.
Oh, that shit's funny as hell.
Definitely. And then he's Josh says, why was Luke so much younger than Boba?
Jedis are healthier.
Yeah, I would probably agree with that. Boba literally sat in the Sarlacc pit and got
and ate his ass out.
Yeah.
He ate the ass out of a Sarlacc to get the fuck out.
Right. He's been through it for sure. And then been in
the
desert. So closing up mandatory Mandalorian
for the year.
Where do you think we start next year?
Oh my God, dude. I don't even know. I have no idea. Like, it looks like the thing going forward is going to be the fighting for Mandalore and who's the rightful ruler of Mandalore. But every time I thought I had this show figured out, they throw me a curveball and I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
And I want to keep it like that. I hope the fuck I don't know what's going on.
I hope that we get Rosario looking for Thrawn. And maybe even Ezra. Or maybe while she's looking for Thrawn, she runs into Ezra.
Right.
I hope that we get to see Cara Dune go up another level in the rebellion. It's not the rebellion. What is it?
The rebellion.
The New Republic.
The New Republic. That's exactly what I said.
Yes. Because I think we're gonna see her keep moving up. Oh yeah, Dave says that's what the Ahsoka show will be for.
Great,
that's great. But I hope we're getting some crossover until that show takes off. We might not though. That's a good point. We might never see her again on Mandalorian.
Well, there's 3 shows that take place during the same time period. There has to be some sort of crossover, I'm thinking.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know how soon we're going to see that Ahsoka show.
Oh, right. I agree with that.
And then I think, like I mentioned before, I think we're going to see side clips of Grogu training with Luke.
Right.
And maybe even a little bit of Luke building that Jedi Academy. But I think that's going to be like elsewhere. Like, meanwhile, over here, this shit's happening.
Yeah.
But not like whole episodes. Just like, here's your little Baby Yoda check-in, because we know if we don't do some Baby Yoda, y'all going to be pissed.
Exactly. Especially for the people who weren't in it for the non-Baby Yoda shit like we originally were. We were all into the show because of non-Baby Yoda. It's a Star Wars thing. And then a lot of people jumped on because of Baby Yoda. So I'm interested if those people hold on to the show.
Yep. Yeah, they're not going to want to leave those people hanging. So, that being said, you got any sports stuff that we got to talk about other than...
I don't want to step on the toes of the mothership, because all I have for sports was the fantasy football league winner.
Yeah.
But I'll just say who that was, but I'm not going to leave a speech or anything going on that. Just let that for the boys to do. But Jason Roscom defeated Keith Layman in the championship game for the All Things Star Wars Sidebar Cantina Fantasy Football League Championship.
It's true. Not by a little, by a lot.
A metric ton.
Yeah, he really fucking put it on him. But as he said,
put it on him so bad.
Keith is the top shelf shit talker. So, sometimes if somebody is the top shelf shit talker, you gotta fucking beat him like that.
Well, he got to back it up because he was a champion from last year.
Right, for sure.
So he was strutting his fucking cock all through the damn thing.
Which is really funny because Keith and Jason were real low on the Yahoo projections for the way that they drafted.
Well, Yahoo projections doesn't know shit.
It's very true. It's very true because I was towards the top and I finished almost dead last.
I was closer to dead last, but I hear what you're saying.
I was really surprised. It didn't matter in both leagues. Like I've been playing in that DraftKings league with Richie.
Right.
And I haven't won a fucking single week.
That's no bueno.
No, it doesn't matter what I do. Even when I pick stuff that's deliberately not something that I would pick, it's still wrong.
Yeah. It's been a shitty fantasy football year.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck to do with it. So
just leave it alone. Forget about it. Forget it ever happened.
Well, that's the thing is like, I almost was like, well, I'll just stop playing. And then I was like, that's a shitty thing to fucking do. I'll play to the best of my abilities, accepting the fact I'm going to lose the rest of the fucking season.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So it's time for the annual emptying of the bladder. Are you ready?
You want to go first, my friend?
Yes.
Yes. Go. Talk to me. Talk to me, guests. Talk to me,
This is
Jack.
George Decay, reminding you, Don and Brady, for your mid-show pee break. Oh my, may I watch? Wang.
I fucking love Keith. That's our man, Keith Layman from Laymans Terms, bringing you that fucking wonderful commercial to go into this. Dave says he's happy with 4th place after having his ass handed to me the first 6 weeks of the season. I agree with you, Dave, although I can't say shit because I did horrible all fucking season. I think I'm the lone guy who lost to fucking the guy who didn't even show up. So at least you don't have that going for you. That's fucked. Wang. Hell yeah. I'm so glad all of you guys are here in the chat, just enjoying this lovely Wednesday. We're getting it in. We're doing things. We're having fun. We're yucking it up. We're talking shit. It's awesome. Hide under. I can't. I'm too fucking big to hide. I'd love to hide from him. I don't think he'd freak out. You're here for the stuff and things, Dragon Buddy? I want to take you out for a nice seafood salad. Oh, Don P. I don't know what he's drinking. I know it's a whiskey of some sort. That guy's always drinking some whiskeys. I think you drink the good shit in the beginning of the show.
I did.
Oh, there he is.
I drank
I'm out.
the rest of the 5th of McConnell's that I had, which is an Irish whiskey similar to Jameson, a little higher quality. And now I'm drinking Jim Beam's Black Stag. Red Stag, I apologize, which is like a black cherry whiskey. So I went from a $40 a bottle whiskey to a $20 bottle of whiskey because I don't love myself. But you got to do what you got to do. I'm all out of good shit for this week. I go grocery shopping this weekend. I'll pick up a new bottle of something fresh. But, so, we're wrapping up 2020 and we haven't decided where we're going to go from here. You guys got any ideas in the chat that you'd like to see us tackle in 2021? we're definitely open to some suggestions. I think as far as right now, we're not planning on any kind of format changes, but as far as like subject matters or whatever that you want us to attack, as soon as me and Brady can get to a Comic-Con, we want to do a live panel somewhere where we actually do an episode about starting a podcast, because I think that'll be a fun thing to talk to an actual crowd about. But until then, you know, we're always up for suggestions. So hit us up, you know, in the live chat, or, you know, don't be afraid to private message us. We'll definitely be interested in checking some shit. Brady should wrestle midgets on an episode, like live fucking episode with Brady wrestling midgets. The studio's kind of tight for that, but I think it could be fun anyway. Trying to think if there's any way we can actually make Brady wrestle a midget. Maybe we could do it in the basement, like wrap padding around the poles in the basement. Do it WWE style. Brady,
Are we starting a fight club?
how do you feel about wrestling midgets on the show?
Dude, I'm gonna be huge.
So I woke up this morning, right, to a sharp pain in my neck. Apparently, I fucking jacked my neck out this week, or while I was sleeping. I went to the chiropractor, and I'm still all fucking gimped up. I'm hoping that I feel better in the morning.
That was a good drink I just made.
Yeah. Everybody is on board with you wrestling midgets, by the way.
I'm down.
Calm
They
down.
kind of creep me out. They kind of creep me out, but I'm fucking down.
I like it. All right, give me a couple seconds.
You got this. Nostalgia Inc. in downtown Jackson is your one-stop shop for comic books, graphic novels, tabletop games, supplies, and tons of other super nerdy stuff.
They have everything from your favorite superhero comics to all the latest manga and horror graphic novels.
Superman, Spider-Man, The Avengers, My Little Pony, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, My Hero Academia, Star Wars, and Batman are just a few of the familiar titles you will see while browsing through the store.
And don't forget to check out their back catalog.
And for all your tabletop needs, Nostalgia has the largest in-stock selection in the area of Dungeons & Dragons books, miniatures, and more. As well, they have the latest Magic the Gathering and Pokemon card game releases.
Store hours are currently 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
So come to downtown Jackson and get nostalgic at Nostalgia Inc. What's up, everybody? This is Big Lovin and DellaSnooch.
We wanted to take a minute to tell you how to get more from the Escape Pod experience.
Become a Patreon supporter and you will get lots of bonus content, including movie reviews, videos from Comic-Cons, behind-the-scenes content, and more.
But even better, Patreon supporters get extra entries into the quarterly drawing for the Escape Crate.
The Escape Crate is full of great stuff like t-shirts, Funko Pops, stickers, mugs, and other random goodies.
The higher the membership level, the more entries per month you'll earn. You also can receive one entry per episode you share on social media.
So if you have a couple extra bucks, toss us some. We will use it for covering the cost of hosting the show, paying for booths at cons, and equipment upgrades.
Thanks for all the support, and now back to the show. And we're fucking back.
Fuck yeah, we are.
We're ready to run into fucking 2021 like a raging boner.
Oh my god! And then it's like dunk. There's the side of a desk.
2020 was fucking rubbish.
I don't have my gun. It's some bullshit.
That's what I think about 2020. You can go suck on my balls, Mr. Garrison.
My boss, Miss Ken.
The chat is still on about you wrestling midgets, buddy.
Dude, here's the thing. I'm such a nice guy. I would feel bad throwing away little 3-foot people, just like picking them up and tossing them like, you're half my size. Yeah. I'd throw them in a spin. They'd go wildly into like the side of a wall and shit. It would be incredible, but I would feel so rotten.
Yeah. Yeah. What makes you think that you could beat up a midget?
I don't want to talk about it, but maybe I've done this before.
You're a big snuggly teddy bear. You might fucking walk up, hug your leg, and you'd be like, oh, little guy. And he just punch you right in the fucking nuts.
You would think that until you've had a midget come up to you and he's like, tossed me. And you're like, wait, what?
What? Yeah, I like it. Throw me, bitch. So, here we are. We're going to talk about what happened.
Jason is kind of a midget. I could throw him.
He's kind of a midget. He's strong though. He might.
He's
grab
super
onto
strong.
you.
And his tattoo probably gave him special abilities.
You know, that's probably why he got that. There's probably some kind of magic ability associated with that particular tattoo.
And it lights up and goes, pew, 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 pew,
Yeah.
and then he can fuck shit up.
Super grapple or some shit.
Yeah, some just ridiculous bullshit.
So here we are. It's time to review our first year's podcast.
Yes.
Are you ready to get into this kind of shit?
Fuck yeah. I've been waiting for this all fucking day, dude. I've been looking forward to this fucking episode all fucking day.
Me too. Dragon Buddy. Schmedium Wrestling.
Fuck yeah.
Andre the Giant versus the little
Everyone.
guy. What is your first major memory of podcasting in 2020?
The fact that we started in 2019.
Well, yeah, we did actually.
We had this whole thing that we weren't going to start until January of 2020. And we were doing so much with a booth in the back with Fantasy Football Sidebar Cantina that we started early. And I didn't expect that, but it makes it more fulfilling being in December talking about doing a year's worth of shows.
Right. Yeah, it definitely, like, we started a little early. We got antsy. We're like, let's fucking do it now.
Yeah.
We were
And
off of work.
originally started. Yep, we originally started saying that we're going to do this every 2 weeks, and then we went from every 2 weeks to like I think we did like 4 episodes, maybe less, and we were doing this shit every other week or every week.
Absolutely, because once you get going on this, you want to do it all the time.
Oh, it's a blast, dude! I fucking love doing this.
Right. My number one. Well, not number one. Like, it'd be like my number 5, I guess. I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Just talk about it. We're not labeling them. We're not numbering them, dude.
Right. One of my favorite things about this was making new friends. Like we met Lunar Girl and Dragon Buddy. It led to us starting a D&D group with Jen and Jess.
Yes.
Which has been super fucking rewarding.
That shit's been so much fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It created a forum for us to spend extra time with all of our friends like Richie, Ron, Dub, Lunar Girl, Dragon Buddy, Jen and
Ghost
Jess,
Pepper. Yeah,
Ghost Pepper, Scott.
The whole damn chat today.
Yeah, the whole damn family. Dave and Jason, like it started recently where I've been so busy on Mondays, like I pop in my headphones and I listen to Dave and Jason, but I've been having a lot of trouble like being able to sit down and comment in the chat and stuff. So usually I'm like doing some shit and then something happens, it strikes me funny and I go pick up my phone and I'm like do and then I go back to but that part of it's been super fucking rewarding, and I wouldn't trade that for anything.
That's been one of my things too, the connections, because the connections go outside of the escape pod. It goes into the from a Gen X point of view, it goes into used and abused with Kim and Scott. Like all these different people, we're all friends, and you know, we're not always in the loop all the time because we all have our own lives, but sometimes we'll be talking about one thing and it leaks over into this podcast or that podcast, and it's fun to just have this group who seem to all know what's going on, and I really enjoy that part of it.
Definitely. Dub says that he's always bummed when he misses some of the live episodes. It's nice interacting with the chat, he says.
Dude, that's one of the things I love, man. I love how Dub is a friend that we have here, and Kelly and Dragon Buddy are friends that we have that are in Pennsylvania, and they connect and they get along and they bullshit throughout the entire chat. I fucking love that.
Right, absolutely.
And it's all over nerdy shit, sports shit, movies, all kinds of crazy shit.
Right. It's all about positivity. We're all here for a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
So are you ready to read the first Patreon fans input? Or do you want me to?
Oh, let me get to it. I have you want me to read Kelly's?
Yeah.
Her favorite episode was so we play D&D now, not just because I'm biased, but it was really, really cool to listen to you guys talk about the evolution from being a kid to having to be a serious adult, and then coming to the realization that you can be an adult and still have fun and play and pretend, as it were. It hit me right in the feels, and it was funny as fuck, per usual.
That was Jen.
Yeah, that was Jen. Oh, that was Jen. I'm sorry. I thought that was Kelly. My fault. As for favorite moments, that's just impossible to narrow down. I just know that my cheeks hurt by 8:15 every Wednesday night.
See, that makes me so happy. When I go to bed on a Wednesday night, I'm like, yeah, fucking people giggled at the stupid shit we said. And that makes me super fucking overjoyed.
Yeah.
What do you got next?
Do you have 1 and 2 for Kelly? Because I only have 2. I don't have 1 and 2. I have 3. I don't have 1 and 2. You didn't send me 1 and 2 for her.
For Kelly?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send him again. You want to go ahead with your next thing?
My next thing?
Yes.
My next thing was a combination of 2 things, actually. It was when when COVID really started to really
ramp up.
Ramp up, put itself out there. Both you and I went off of work, and about the same time we started building a studio. We kind of started building it just as work was kind of going off the rails there, and then we were working together. We fucking knocked the studio out in 2 weeks?
Yep.
I mean, I know a big portion of that was you and your son when I was not there, but I know Richie was there helping us. That was fucking dope. Your son, like I said again, was helping us. That was sweet.
Yep. Your son came out and helped us build the shed that allowed us to move a lot of the.
I forgot about that.
Yep, because that was the first thing. We had to build a 12x8 shed just to remove the shit that was in the room that allowed us to put in the studio.
Right.
And yeah, Ghost Pepper came over and helped, didn't he?
I don't remember. There might have been a time when I wasn't there, because I know Richie came over when I wasn't there and helped before.
It was you, me, Richie, and somebody else the one day.
I think that was your son.
No, it was one more
You
grown
sure?
up. Yeah, I think it was Ghost Pepper.
It might have been.
So anyway, like that was all super fucking awesome. Was there anything else about that time you wanted to talk about?
I'm sorry. You sent me the text about the stuff, and no, man, just that whole thing of building it, because like you really had it in your head what we were doing, and I had no fucking clue. So I was like a lost puppy dog, just like, what do you want me to do, Don? What do you want me to do?
Right.
And then,
yeah, I really did build it all out of my head.
And the way it all came together, like things would start happening and coming together. I'm like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. We're going to be sitting over here. All right, yeah, it's all coming together. I enjoyed that part of it. It was fun because we didn't really have like you would scratch something out like on a piece of the wood, and you'd be like, "All right, we're gonna do this," and we measured this, and this is that, and then all right, we're gonna do this, and I'd be like, "What do I hold?"
You know, it's I'm well versed enough with construction trades that I can build some shit, but I am not good enough at it that I can tell you how we're going to build some shit. You know what I mean? There's a big difference between understanding something and understanding something at the level that you can teach it. And I can't teach somebody how to build a fucking wall. I know how to build a wall.
But it was fine because I just sit there and shut up and just follow along and be like, okay, where we're going.
Right.
So now you want me to hold this so you can do this? Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. No problem. I got it. I think we worked well together.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't think there was no arguing when we built the shit. We just fucking, you were like, Brady, hold this, do this, move that, take this, do this. And I was like, okay.
Right. Yeah. Richie was the same way. Richie was like, okay, well, you got a plan and I'm down for your plan. And we fucking built a studio.
Yeah. That first day I worked with you and Richie, that was a lot of fun. I just remember that day we all worked together. That was a lot of fun.
We had a stupid amount of fun that day.
Yeah, we knocked out a shit ton that day too.
Definitely. My number two, like you just said, the journey. We started out with an iPhone, a tripod, and an iPhone mic in my fucking kitchen.
We didn't even have the iPhone mic. We just had an iPhone.
That's true. Well, when we did the booth in the back.
Yeah, when we did the booth in the back, we started out with just an iPhone.
Yep. But when we started this show, we had a mic.
We had, yeah, if you want to call it. I don't even know if it really worked.
It looked a lot more like C-3PO's communicator.
Yeah, I don't know if it really worked, but it made us feel special.
It definitely did. But yeah, we were in my kitchen. It was super echoey, and we had like the shittiest fucking well, it wasn't shitty, but I mean it was a rough setup for
the acoustics. The acoustics were not on par.
No, not at all. So then over the course of about 8 months, we upgraded to a high-def camera, high-end soundboard, good mics, and a 9x15 studio that we built with our own fucking hands.
And that feels good.
Definitely.
Do you remember, dude, how this all started? Like, I just was like, yo, we should build a studio. I want to build a studio in my backyard. And then somehow through the course of time from my backyard, it evolved to, well, let's do it in my boathouse because we've already got structure there. And then next, we got a full-blown studio that you're sitting in right now. It's fucking amazing.
Well, this doing it in the boathouse, or well, it's really a pole barn, allowed us to exploit the fact there was already an electrical system. All that shit was wired to the fucking fuse panels in the house and all that shit. And it provided us an outer shell. So we didn't have to build an outer shell. We just had to build interior walls.
Right.
Fucking Richie.
Richie says you the boathouse bitch.
Yeah.
Tis true, motherfucker.
What did Scott say? Between the ATSW, the escape pod, and all things Star Wars from a Gen X point of view, they all have made the pandemic easier to handle. Thanks, fellas, and everyone in the chat. Absolutely.
Fuck yeah, because I look forward to my Mondays and Wednesdays.
Yep, and you really hit it at the end there, that everyone in the chat, because there's no reason to do this if there isn't a feedback component. Like, you guys make it so we want to show up here every week.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And I'm not sure if we weren't getting that live feedback component, we would be as interested in sitting down doing a show every week.
I look forward to talking with the chat. That's one of the things I don't look forward to just doing the show. I look forward to interacting with the chat.
Absolutely. And then for the next Patreon family thing they brought up, Dragon Buddy says the best memory of you guys and the pod this year was meeting up after moving their oldest spawn to Michigan. That was fate, her going there because we're awesome and had a blast hanging out. That was definitely one of the highlights of this year. We got to fucking hang out with Dragon Buddy and Lunar Girl live in person in Ann Arbor.
Oh man. And we went to the Black Rock.
Yeah, Black Rock. Yep.
Yeah, and for those of the people who are like, fuck that, I ain't paying that money for somebody. I'm not cooking my fucking food. This shit was fun. Y'all can kiss my ass because I had a fucking great time spending that money and cooking my fucking food.
Yep.
And hanging out with good ass fucking people.
Yeah, it was a fantastic time. I love going to that place.
Dude, fucking, we were all laughing, man. Between Luna Girl and Dragon Buddy, you and I, it was just nothing but laughs and a good time the entire time.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't wait to do it again. I'm looking for the excuse for them to come back up and be like, show us more, and be like, yeah, Don, show us more.
Yeah, show me more. Hopefully when you guys come up next time, there's something that we can do. Maybe we can go check out some kind of a game or some kind of a show, or
yeah, that would be cool.
You know, at least it won't be fucking COVID-y and we can just kind of pop off and do whatever.
Right. They said they'll be back once a year, so we'll have to plan on it.
Yeah, maybe next time we'll just have you guys out to the house. We'll do a barbecue, play cornhole, hang out.
Oh, yes.
We can show you the actual town we live in, what little interesting parts there are of it.
No, we'll just stay at Don's house. It's fine that way.
So
that was on my list as well, meeting Dragon Buddy and Luna Girl.
Oh, yeah, I think I bring it up at some point as well.
That was a fucking great time.
What kind of shit you got next?
Man, I can go anywhere. Where do you want me to go? The escape crate, dude.
Yes.
I've enjoyed the shit out of watching the 2 escape crates that we've done. I've enjoyed the hell out of watching those videos of those people with Jess making the fucking fun little video for them, putting it all together, adding little cutscenes and shit like that. I've enjoyed the shit out of watching people. It's like watching grown ass adults enjoy Santa Claus. It's so fucking fun.
Yep, I agree.
I've definitely enjoyed the escape crate, man. That's been a good time. I've enjoyed putting it together and then putting it out for I want to say the masses, but really only one person gets to win it.
Yeah, definitely. My next one is the chat, and we've already brought it up again, but it bears repeating. Having people in the chat adds an awesome dynamic to the show. Oh, you know, God. Like we talked about, like the feedback portion of it, but it's a whole segment of the show. Like there's a back feed that feeds into the energy of the show. It creates some of the running gags in the show, and it feeds those. And without it, I think that we'd have less. It would just be less.
Yeah, no, that's funny. I put it exactly as that. The chat is exactly what I put for one of mine. We met Kelly first. We met her through the All Things Star Wars podcast through Swede, and then she came over here and meeting her and Dragon Buddy, and then just having some of the people we hang out with from work. Meeting your friend Darius. I've never met your friend, but he's in the chat. He seems like a cool cat. It's just this collective of people you know and I know, or people we don't know, have never met, and they're just all coming in and they're congregating around something that you and I have created. That's awesome, dude. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I know that once you finally get to meet Darius in person, you'll like him quite a bit.
Oh, I see. He seems like a cool cat.
Yeah, he's your kind of people.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and also the chat a lot of times is fucking more entertaining than we are.
Oh, fuck yeah.
We go through, a movie or whatever, and it's the things that they say that fucking bring out the little nuggets of goodness in what we're talking about.
Yes. Yes.
And in some ways, it makes it so I don't have to be quite so fucking creative.
Oh my God. Yeah. Sometimes it's like, I don't have to think. Thank you, Jesus.
Jen says, we are funny as fuck.
Fuck yeah, you guys are.
I love it.
Well, speaking of the chat and what the chat brings to the table, one of the things that for me for 2020 that was, dude, I remember crying, laughing so hard was when we were talking about Smurfette and her nipples
Oh my goodness.
and Whore Island.
Fucking Whore Island. Smurf nipples and Whore Island.
The whole thing that we got confirmation from Kelly about Smurfette's never nipped before, so that just led into this whole just taboo thing of Smurfette and her nipples and Whore Island. That was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, you only get that with the chat. You don't get that because we were sitting around brainstorming some bullshit.
No, yeah, it just we started snowballing off of fucking Smurfette's never nipped, and that was fucking fantastic, dude.
And it probably wouldn't even be funny if we pre-planned that.
No, there's no way.
Organically.
Oh God, dude. And then everybody got involved with it, and it just made it even fucking funnier.
Right. Every time we'd try and say something, we'd read something in the chat that would make us laugh again. There's got to be fucking at least 5 to 10 minutes of that episode that's just us laughing.
Yes, easily. That was one of my favorite. I don't even know what the hell the episode. I remember what that episode was about. That episode was about the Rocketeer. That was the Rocketeer episode.
Really?
And we were talking about Smurfette's nipples. How the fuck did that happen?
It seems like it goes with Rocketeer. Hard rock nipples.
Rocket nipples, the Rocketeer, Smurf nipples.
Yeah, it's like Dave says, it's so hard to plan a bit.
Oh God, yes, it is.
They really, they have to come organically or they just don't land.
Right.
You can go back to the well with them, but you can't you can't engineer them or they're just not fucking funny that way. Well, that was mine. And then you're up for
I
reading.
went into the Smurfette and her nipples because that was something I had listed because that sticks out to me as one of the fucking funniest times we ever had on this show.
So you're saying that Smurfette's nipples stick out to you?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm glad that we've got that on record.
Oh.
Ooh, Keith's in the chat.
What up, Keith? So is it my turn or your turn, Mr. Nipples?
It's your turn to read a Patreon.
All right. Should I go to Kelly?
Yes.
All right. Her number 3 is episode 31 times 3135. Don, quote, "I've had a bad day. I'm a punch a bee in the fucking mouth."
I remember that. Oh, I was pissed. I punch a bee right in the face.
You gotta punch a bee in the fucking face.
Fuck them bees, man. Fucking.
Yeah, because you gotta be careful. You can get attacked by a herd of bees, and that's not cool.
Right. That was the first time we ever seen a herd of bees.
A herd of bees will fuck you up.
And Dub actually told us that he did punch a fucking bee in the face one time.
Yeah, I know. I remember because you gotta be at it back. You swap like that. You gotta get it. And then her number 2 was episode 38, time 10:28. Don, I just dipped Baby Yoda's hand in whiskey. Brady, for those of you who are not watching in the YouTube live chat, Don just christened the middle of the Baby Yoda's forehead with whiskey. He made a cross. Luna Girl in the live chat. I'm retaking full custody back.
I never did give her the child.
Well, you were probably a drunk.
Yeah, I obviously.
Fuck yeah, you were. And her number one moment is when very stressed Lunar Girl and Dragon Buddy moved their firstborn to Michigan and decided to nervously meet up with the escape pod guys in Ann Arbor, where we laughed our asses off and cooked our own dinner on rocks in a fancy restaurant. And then we were given a tour of the University of Michigan, where they shushed Lunar Girl for saying "we are" so she didn't die, and then they had ice cream.
It's all true. It's all true. And like she says, we were all fucking nervous. Me and Brady were nervous, and Lunar Girl and Dragon Buddy were nervous. And then we got together. It wasn't within maybe 10, 15 minutes. We were like, oh, okay, we're good.
Right. Like, it seemed to click in like really fast, dude. I felt so comfortable. Like, we sat down at the table, and I'm like, yeah, I'm in a good place.
Yep.
I was like, these are good people.
Absolutely.
And I remember driving around and showing them everything, and your vast knowledge made me sound like stupid as fuck. I'm like, hey, I'm the friend who just doesn't fucking talk.
Yeah.
Because I don't know shit about Ann Arbor.
You talk plenty.
Yeah, no, I just fucking co-signed everything.
Okay, we're like, yeah, this is where Don says that this is.
Yeah, you're like, this is Yost Arena. I'm like, word. Hell yeah. This is where they play football. Uh-huh. Yep.
Well, I tell you what, as soon as COVID fucks off, you and me will have to go to a hockey game at Yost. We're
going to make that happen. It looks cool as fuck.
It's a beautiful place to be. I forgot to mention earlier too, you know, that and I think maybe we already touched on it, but the chat has become a place where friends hook up and become friends with other friends.
Yeah, you know, the biggest one of the year was the new best friends.
Yes. Jen and Kelly became new best friends.
Yeah, and they're in NBF, that acronym for new best friends. They do their thing like every week. They're like the first two in the chat, and it always warms my heart to see that. I don't mean to sound sappy, but I love seeing them fucking interact before me and you have even said or typed anything.
What did Dave say? Penn State, as opposed to showing up in New Jersey. I don't know if I got that in context. I mean, when we went to New Jersey, Dave and Jason didn't show us much New Jersey at first. We went to Philadelphia first.
Correct.
And they showed us fucking all of Philly, which was fucking dope. But then I think, was it the next day? We went to the Jersey Shore.
Oh,
and then we went to Jay and Bob's Secret Stash.
We did the whole Jersey damn thing.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Now, I did hear really sad news about Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash.
Oh, I know what you're going to say, but it's not as sad as you think.
No, it's not. The Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash that we went to, which was the original Jay and Bob's Secret Stash, is going to be closing. They're opening a new one. I can't remember if it's in the next town over or if it's, you know, down the street in that town, but they're getting like a bigger, newer space.
Yeah.
So as far as that goes, like, it's good news for them. But
I'm glad we saw the original.
Yeah, we got to go see the original, the one that fucking Kev and Jason originally fucking helped open with Walt.
Right.
Which fucking, you know, that's always going to be one of my top memories. Going to the stash. Keith says that it's still in Red Bank, so it must be kind of down the street-ish.
Yeah, it's like 2 doors down. Who knows? They probably made it in the Starbucks. It's a bigger location.
Yeah, that fucking Starbucks. They even had a bathroom.
Fuck yeah, they did.
You remember that shit?
Yeah, I remember that.
Standing in front of Starbucks.
And fucking
Literally
Jason?
standing in front of it, looking at my phone going, it says here there's a Starbucks around here. I bet they have a fucking bathroom because I had to piss. And everybody else is like, you fucking idiot, you're standing in front of Starbucks.
I remember that.
That was the first time Dave and Jason really knew I was a fucking moron.
Yeah, it was fucking beautiful. They both looked at you like, you're a fucking tard.
You drove all the way from Michigan to be this stupid?
How'd you make it here?
Anywho, that was pretty fucking amazing.
Fuck yeah.
What do you got?
My turn? Is it your turn? What is it?
It is your turn.
Well, you brought up the boys. One of my favorite things this year was doing the crossover episode with Gen X point of view.
Yes, definitely.
That was talking cartoons, and then just, like, it was nice to have Dave and Jason there to understand, to have me help you understand what it was like to watch some of the cartoons being in the military, and understand that just because you may have watched them at a certain time, I didn't.
Right.
It was cool. They had some of those memories. They understood what I was talking about. Just doing our first official crossover episode with the guys who brought us into this podcasting world was fucking awesome.
Yep. I would definitely maybe somewhere around episode 60. Hopefully we can get back together and we can do after school cartoons.
Oh God, yes. God, yes. We got a lot on the docket.
Yeah, definitely. But it'd be great to sit down and talk to them guys again. Maybe hopefully by then COVID will be calmed down and the internet won't be so fucking heavy with everybody being on it.
You know what I want to do with them more than I want to do after school cartoons? I want to have a Star Wars episode with them.
Oh yeah. As soon
Just
as we
just because that's where it started.
Yeah.
I would love to do that. I would love to revisit that to some capacity again.
Yeah, I think that would be great. Where are Dave and Jason? Are they about episode 170? Oh, you know what? They're gonna focus on Gen X point of view.
And that's fine, but I'm just saying I want to do a crossover episode with the All Things Star Wars podcast about Star Wars shit.
Well, maybe when they get to the point where they're ready to talk about Gen X's point of view on Star Wars, maybe then we can be guests on their show.
Fancy.
See how I'm
Or
just
if they don't want to make us guests, we'll just make them be fucking guests, and we'll just fucking hold them ransom.
Yes. You hold them, I'll ransom them.
Yes, get good monies, please.
At least $750. I got
How about Tree Fitty?
Tree Fitty, Loch Ness Monster. Dave says that he's pretty sure we can make that happen. I like it.
Fuck yeah.
My next one is the sidebars that we get into that lead us to bizarre shit, like again Smurf nipples, and me saying shit like I can't live with the things that we made in this episode.
That I have that word for word. Yes, I do.
There was so many times throughout making this season or this year of the show where I was like, I don't think we should have said what we just said. I'm glad we said it,
yeah.
but I'm not sure we should have done it.
Fuck yeah, dude. We said a lot of shit we probably shouldn't have said.
Yeah, absolutely. Scott says 2021 might be a triple crossover.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be fucking sweet. I don't think that's ever been done in the podcast history of histories.
Dave brings up an interesting point. They did their view on Star Wars for 3 fucking years.
Yeah, but the year we're gonna do it's gonna be completely different.
That's right. Completely, like you'll have a completely different view on Star Wars.
Or it'll be the same, but you'll have different shit to talk about.
Yeah. Maybe we could do a episode that's just part of this all things Star Wars universe. Maybe we could do like
dude, it's like the MC universe, but it's the all things Star Wars universe.
It'll essentially be what episode 150 of the All Things Star Wars podcast was, except that doesn't exist.
That doesn't fucking exist, so nobody knows what you're talking about.
Exactly. Dave says a 4-way. Yeah, we could explore High Republic as a group.
That would be awesome. I'd be
Fuck
down
yeah,
with that. The more information we get on that.
Did you read the
you
last? Well, I think you read the last Patreon, so I'm gonna go ahead and read this one.
All right, go ahead.
Big Swede says, I don't always get a chance to listen start to finish, but I always enjoy hearing new iterations of Swede Brady will come up with.
Dude, that's some of the fun shit ever.
Fuck yeah. It's become one of the best recurring bits that we have.
And I didn't even make it to mean a bit. I just did it without thinking, and I never plan it. I never have an idea going into what I'm going to say about Swede. It just fucking I let it fucking happen. It's magic.
After Swede said that, Dragon Buddy says, Jesus, take the Swede.
Oh, shit.
And then Nick follows up with, I don't think it gets any better than the creation of pre-Swede, though. I don't think I've ever laughed that hard in a while.
I don't even know where that came from.
You know, the fact that you fucking said pre-Swede in reference to pre-cum just almost, it's just fucking mind-melting, dude. I laughed so hard. And we've gotten so much fucking mileage out of that bit. It makes me laugh almost every time anybody says anything about pre-Swede.
Anytime anybody says anything about pre-Swede or post-Swede, it makes me smile on the inside.
It is one of the most fucked up things I've ever seen you make creatively.
It warms my heart.
Oh, Dave says he doesn't recollect any 150th episode, which makes sense because it never got put out on the internet.
Yeah, no, that's fine, dude. It never fucking happened. So just fucking enjoy that bullshit.
Remember when Jason didn't do anything with, yep.
Piece of shit.
It's probably why he got that tattoo. That tattoo is actually a Horcrux that holds episode 150 part 2 in it. If you were to scratch it, it would come out.
It would come out and everybody would, the masses would get to enjoy it.
Yeah, they would. Or they would all be like, this seems so fucking out of context. Why the fuck are we talking about this shit? Because it's literally been like 4 months.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
What do you got next, buddy?
One of my favorite things this year was doing when me and you decided to do the Christmas month.
Definitely.
Christmas month was a lot of fun. We started off with Die Hard. A lot of people were like, that's not a fucking Christmas movie. And we proved them otherwise, that it is 100% an absolute Christmas movie. So that was fucking fantastic. We had a lot of listeners on that show, and it was fucking great. And just the whole month of December deciding, and we kind of decided it pretty fucking quick. We're like, hey, let's do this all towards Christmas, and let's go from there. And we just fucking jumped on and did it. That's fucking awesome.
Yep, I definitely agree. Like, you and me are both predisposed to enjoying the Christmas season.
Yes,
we're both the kind of guys that love that sharing with family and having a good fucking time and a Festivus and having people come around and be in a group with people. We kind of got fucked out of that this year.
Yeah.
But doing this, having an actual Christmas season on the show allowed us to kind of have that without being in violation of COVID rules.
Yes, it was fantastic. I enjoyed the shit of it. Just talking about fucking Christmas Vacation, which is my absolute favorite Christmas movie.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's up there.
Yeah, no, it's above Christmas Story, if I was to say.
Oh, definitely. But Elf is still my favorite.
But that's because you've been drinking on a little bit of the Jesus juice. Your headspace isn't there.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying.
Are you?
It's because I care. It's because I care, my friend.
Are you hip on what's going on in the chat right now?
No.
Did you catch the awkward silence reference in Gen X point of view this week?
No.
From now on, Jason's erect penis is just called.
Oh yeah, awkward silence. I forgot about that. Yes, I did catch on to that.
I thought that was one of the fucking funniest things I've heard those guys come up with in a while. He's like, "Well, yeah, that's your awkward silence." Yeah.
Dub had to ask Friday after next Christmas movie or no? I say Christmas movie.
You know, me and Dub have been over this before. I've only watched Friday After Next one time, and
So
I was so blown out of my mind I don't even remember it.
So it was.
He let me borrow it, and then I never got a chance to watch it, and I had to return it because I was that friend.
Don't be that friend.
I know. I bet you I had it for almost 2 months.
You're fucking ridiculous.
One of these days I'll fucking catch it streaming, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I gotta fucking watch that as a matter of homework."
And then you'll be like, "Oh yeah, it's a fucking Christmas movie."
All right, I'll acknowledge that it's a Christmas movie. I don't have any problem with that.
You remember any of it?
No, just
oh my god.
I remember that there's a lot of being in a back room where like I some kind of storefront. Is it a barber shop or a record shop or something like that?
Yeah, that's the second one.
And then they hang in that. Oh no, that's next Friday then.
Yeah, that's next Friday.
I've never seen Friday After Next.
Dragon Buddy needs to calm his fucking ass down.
What'd he say? Haha. Ah.
This unnecessary. I don't know where this is fucking shit is coming.
I'm just stretching. Settle down.
Calm your shit down, buddy.
I told you my neck's sore.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna show you something that's sore.
So I don't really have any more things beyond that, but I did write a list of my favorite episodes and why.
Oh well, I got something that happened that was one of my favorite things of 2020 that deals with the show but doesn't.
Okay, do it.
When we accidentally ran into each other after work on a Saturday to take family photos, I was taking photos of my son's senior pictures, and you were taking family photos, and we just happened to be in the same. We didn't discuss this with each other at all.
No,
we just happened to be at the same place at the same time, and we took that silly ass fucking photo. Yes, right there. Yes. Yes. That was one of my fucking favorite things of the year, dude.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking awesome.
Because both of our family put up with both of mine and your bullshit to take that goofy ass fucking photo.
I
both
know. Did you?
Wife and my wife encouraged us. Your wife was like, "Here, he can wear this."
Right.
Gave me a shirt that you had. And my wife was encouraging me to get up there also to take a fucking picture with you.
That is so awesome. Our wives know that we're ridiculous.
Exactly. And it was just so much fucking fun. We took one fucking photo with our friend, Jen, who was taking your family photos, who was going to take my son's senior photos later on in that month. And we just happened to be at the same, and we really didn't. We didn't talk about that at all. And
yeah, it just happened.
Nobody else in the chat knows this happened. We just happened to be there. That was one of my fondest memories of this year.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty serendipitous. It was really fucking awesome. Did you see the collage that my wife made up of those those photos that we took?
Yes, dude. And did you see I put a comment on that. That shit was so aesthetically like it made me like this is nice.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking amazing. Wow. There's a whole
fuck you, Jess. Jess, you
Jen says, that was the first time I met Brady. He's really, really tall. I literally had to buy chairs for the studio so Brady can have his all the way down and I can have mine all the way up just to make us almost the same height.
Well, because you had like a booster seat before.
I know. It was fucking ridiculous. So here's one from Scott Rasmussen.
Yes.
He says his favorite moment has been the whole show, from the booth in the back to the present. Me and you are a dynamic duo and kick-ass hosts. Here's to 2021. So we'll raise a glass to that. Clinky clank, Scott.
Clankety clank, bitch. Did you groan when you drank that?
Yes.
You sounded like you said,
It is. That's exactly what happened. Well, I think that's all of what I've got for our Patreon folks. I hope I didn't miss anybody.
I think I got one more thing now. I got two more things.
Do you?
Yeah. Fantasy football and all its fucking weirdness. It was still fun. We had new people in the fantasy football, so that was fun to have the banner with them. I know Kelly jumped into the shit talking right away, so that was really cool. And once again, Keith fucking killed it with his shit talking. He brings the ruckus.
Right.
Keith don't.
It was really hard to get into shit talking this year because of all of the fucking volatility.
Yeah, I started out strong with my shit talking, and then it kind of fell off. Keith was just like, I'm bringing the shit talking every fucking week. Fuck you. I don't care.
Right. That's why at the end he was still in the tops.
Yeah. And then my last, but it certainly is not the most least, my friend, and this one I think is all because of you, was when we were actually in the studio setting up for the fucking show. There's nothing like it. When you would sit there and you get so fucking stressed, and I'd have no fucking clue what you were stressed out about, but you'd be stressed out about something, and I'd just be like, and you'd be like, "Can you turn the music down, please?"
Yeah. And now I do.
Sorry.
I do the same thing to myself now. When you're not in the studio, I come in here and I turn on music as loud as I fucking can. And as long as nothing happens, I'm like, bang, 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 bang. No big deal. And then you join in and then you make me turn the music down. Which I think is fucking just perfect. You're like, hey, can you turn that shit down a little bit?
Yeah. That's fucking, well, it's different being on this. It's different.
Yeah, I know. But now that, we've been doing this for so long, like I've gotten the hang of all the individual rhythms of all the little programs and the soundboard and this and that like that. So I can just kind of, I'm like Han Solo getting into the Falcon, flipping switches.
You're ready to go.
We're ready to go. But there was a while there once we started in here and we were getting new equipment and things were changing and software was getting, swapped around where I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Or the internet wasn't working properly.
Oh, that was fucking brutal when we took that electrical strike or whatever that fucked up our internet.
That had to have been what happened, dude. Because we were fine right as rain until that one day.
Yep, glitched out the whole fucking house. Yep. I ended up having to replace all of the networking equipment inside the house too. It wasn't just out here. And then I had to run a dedicated hard line out here.
Yeah.
So there's that.
It looked good. You ran it really well.
It did. I liked it. I even put it up in the fucking Facebook group and said, look what I did. I did a thing. So as far as this is my last thing that I've got on the list here. I kind of threw together a list of my favorite episodes and why, but it's, super short and quick.
Go ahead, brother.
My favorite episodes, episode 1, The Rise of Skywalker, because
Why
we proved that we could do it. We proved that we could build a show, start to finish, deliver a legit product that we could feel proud of. You know, we had some technological issues in that, but you know, we were like, no, we made a fucking thing, and we're willing to share this thing with the rest of the world, because we could have just set that down and walked away. We could have been like, nope.
Yeah. This is too difficult.
Right. But we were like, no, fuck that. We're in this to win it. It's awesome.
Yeah, we fought through every week. There was there 1 or 2 weeks where we had to just basically it was when the internet thing happened. I think there was 1 week where we had to be like, hey, we can't come on now.
Yeah. Yep. There was 1 week where the internet cut out completely.
Yeah, but for the most part, we fucking soldiered on.
Yep. Yeah. In fact, like, we would run into massive glitches at the beginning of the show, and then we would just be like, no, fuck it. We'll be fine. We'll go, on with the show kind of thing.
Fuck yeah.
Episode 8, Social Distractioning. That was the first episode that we had in the studio.
I was excited to do that.
Yeah, it's when we moved from the kitchen to our new studio, and everything wasn't perfect, and we had some glitches and this and that and the other thing, but like we said, we fucking soldiered on.
Fuck, we got a fucking studio, bitch.
Right. We were already past where most people get at that point. It took us 8 episodes, and we had already moved past where most people stop podcasting.
Right.
Because most people never make it out of the I'm doing it in my closet phase.
No, and we keep pushing.
Right. Episode 22, favorite video games. That was the one where we had Jen and Jess come on the show.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. God, 22. Nice.
Yep, 22. Episode 31, Hall Pass. That was the one where we brought our wives in on the show, and they fed us a bunch of shit, and we got to fuck around with it.
That was so much fun.
Oh man, it was amazing. And both of us were completely shit scared because we had no idea how that shit was going to translate into an actual show. Because that was the first time we'd done that, where we were like, you know what? We're going to take these outside elements and we're going to bring them in, and we're going to try and build a show out of that. Oh, geez, they're talking about casting couches in the chat.
I was about to ask you if you were reading the chat.
Nice big black couch and some camera time. How you doing?
Hello.
Hello there. Hello there.
Sweatshirt. It's a little warm in here.
It is a little warm in here. Episode 33, the Gen X crossover. You brought that up before.
Yes.
I enjoyed that show to no limit. There was absolutely it was an amazing show. We had all kinds of funny fucking moments in that show. That was the first time that we brought on some other personalities that were used to running their own show.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like Jen and Jess were like, hey, this is you guys' show. But with Dave and Jason coming on, they have their own show.
Right.
So
they
it was
just in a way of things.
Right. It was a true meeting of two complete entities.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
And we had a fucking blasty blast.
Yeah, it was a fucking good time.
Fuck yeah.
Honestly, anytime the 4 of us get together for anything, even if it's just in the chat here, we have a good time.
Oh yeah.
Our personalities are all different enough and samey enough that we vibe, and it's good times.
Fuck yeah, it is.
My next one was the Hocus Pocus bonus episode where I got to do a show with my wife and daughter.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of those things that even when I'm an old man, I'll be able to pull up on YouTube and be like, Look at that shit. That was when my little girl was still, just kind of a budding adult,
Right.
And my wife was talking about one of her favorite things. I'm not sure that I'll ever get her on the show again, but she even had a good time doing that. So I'll always have that to go on.
We'll get her on one more time.
And the PlayStation annual reveal that I got to do with Michael.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I know. I tried to get you to do one with Jordan. You were too busy that week.
I did one with Jordan.
Did you?
For Solo.
That's true. You did do one with Solo.
Yes.
And the great part about that is I'll always be able to go back and I'll be able to pull up these episodes off the fucking World Wide Web as long as YouTube's a thing.
Right.
And I'll be able to watch these videos of my kids in their, young adulthoods before they're, off being grown up people doing their thing. And I'll always be able to sit down and be like, this is what my wife was like circa 2020. And I'll be able to watch that video. And at some point, you and me are going to be gone. And our kids are going to be able to look back and pull up YouTube and be like, this is what my dad was like.
A fucking weirdo.
A fucking weirdo. You know what I mean? Because my dad doesn't have that with his dad.
Right.
All he has is the memories that are left over in his head.
Yeah.
But at some point, the generation after us or just our kids or whatever is going to be able to look back and be like, look at fucking Grandpa Brady. He was a fucking
foul-mouthed tall son of a bitch.
Exactly. Dad, what's a pre-Swede?
Funny you should ask me that. There was a man named Nicholas, and he had some pre-seed problems.
Yeah, that Dave says that's a scary thought, but it's the truth. Like, how many generations have come before us who have been like, man, I wish I could go back and listen to my dad or my mom's voice one more fucking time.
That's true. I never thought of it like that.
Our shit exists on the internet now. And in the future, our kids are going to be able to be like, you know what? They'll pull out their fucking transparent fucking glass screen fucking phone and be like, or it'll be in their fucking head or whatever. And they'll be able to hear us wax about stupid garbage for, at this point, at least 41 episodes.
Fuck yeah. And knowing it's real fucking talk, baby. We ain't sugarcoating this shit.
Right. What an interesting thing that we've created that now exists. It just fucking blows my mind.
Our kids, our great grandkids are gonna be looking at this shit like, what the fuck is a Star Wars?
Right. And if you think about like all the shit that we look at now and like Spaceballs or whatever, how many times do we say, well, you wouldn't be able to get away with that now?
No shit.
How much shit do you think you and me have said in the last 41 episodes that in 20 years somebody's going to be like, you can't fucking say that?
Our whole fucking episode's just going to be one giant bleep.
Right. The idea that Smurf nipples are a thing in 2041, they're going to be like, no, you can't say Smurf nipple.
Good night, Isaac.
Good night, buddy. So anyway, that was just kind of what I was thinking there. We did a thing in 2020. We built a thing. Here it is. It exists now in perpetuity on the internet. The streaming service that we've paid for, as long as it exists, will continue to put these episodes out.
Yeah.
Because of the structure of the deal that we have with them. I mean, it's their normal deal, but once you pay each and every month, the shit that you uploaded during that month stays live in perpetuity.
Right. Right.
So you've bought that little nugget of space.
Fuck yeah, we have. Enjoy our nugget, bitches.
There are some other streaming services that are out there that once you stop giving them money, you have to take all of your product and upload it somewhere else.
Right.
That was a part of the reason why I picked Buzzsprout specifically. The chat's talking nuggies again.
It's necessary. It's necessary.
I want some hot mustard sauce for my nuggies, if you guys don't mind.
I want some buffalo sauce for my nuggies.
See, there you go. Brady's Buffalo. Do you have anything else that you want to tack on to this here episode, my friend? We have been talking for 2 hours.
I can't wait to do next year's year in review.
Dude, I'm telling you. I'm excited about that as a possibility that we get into our second year. We'll probably be somewhere around episode, well, we're episode 41. If we did 56 episodes, we'd be episode 96. We'd be quickly approaching episode 100.
I got me all wet.
I'm telling you. So the only thing that bums me out about that is that means that episode 100 will fall somewhere around February of 2022.
Right.
So that means that if we were to have Dave and Jason come up for episode 100 of our show, it wouldn't be a very interesting time to be up here.
Well, maybe we can just pick a different number.
Yeah, definitely. I think maybe episode oh goodness. Well, episode 125-ish would probably be around summertime. We could go to the baseball game.
They said this time next year we could talk about me wrestling a midget. Sounds like a good time.
I think you should wrestle midgets.
Oh my god, dude. I'm embarrassed to ask.
That's interesting. Jess says that hot mustard with honey on your nuggies is apparently fire.
I might have to try that. I like food. I'm fat.
Right? Me too. Speaking of which, have you ever had the hot honey wings at Clavon's?
No.
Those are good as fuck too. Something about that heat with the honey. So I can kind of see where Jess is coming from.
Right. Got to get it.
Got to get it.
Honey mustard for his nuggie, says Dub.
So, I think that wraps up.
Fuck yeah, it does. A great fucking year, my friend. Hey.
And we didn't even have to talk about all the shitty things that happened in 2020.
Fuck no.
They already spoke for themselves.
Salute, brother.
Salute. Oh, all right, guys. I'd love to be able to move. Oh, here we go. I'm like, damn it. Everybody make sure that you like this video. Give us some kind of a review on iTunes or wherever you get your podcast. It really helps people find us, like Dragon Buddy did on Audible last week. If you give us some kind of review, Brady will read it live on the next show.
Fuck yeah, I will. When I checked, we don't have any. And
you can make him say all kinds of fucked up things like, hi, my name is Brady, and I wear a fucked up Fred Durst hat.
Dude, this is a Detroit hat, you stupid piece of shit.
I mean, you did it all for the nookie.
That's besides the point. Subscribe and download us on your favorite podcast app at ATSW The Escape Pod.
Check out all of our pod family, like all things Star Wars from a Gen X point of view, used and abused, Layman's Terms, Tactical Swede, and Podbelly.com network shows like Sofa Kings and from a Gen X point of view.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.
May the force be with you.
And go blue.
And go blue.
Finally, I can pee.